Hi folks, I'm Richard Friedman and welcome to another one of my video political cartoons for September 21st, 2024. Today here tonight we have here this cartoon of Mark Robinson, presently the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, now running for the governorship with the support that he got from President Trump back in March of 2024, last March, when they went to this pep rally. And here was President Trump talking about him at the pep rally. And so I want to get right to the cartoon and give you the introduction here. Here's the introduction. Okay, I'll read it to you. The ghost of Martin Luther King, who haunted former President Donald Trump back in March, this is happening, at a Greensboro, North Carolina rally, amid Trump calling Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, the Republican nominee for governor of North Carolina now, Martin Luther King on steroids. Given years ago, reportedly, Robinson made a series of inflammatory comments on a pornographic website in which he referred to himself as, quote, a black Nazi, and expressed support for reinstating slavery. And he even said that he'd like to own some. I don't know how. Anyway, etc., etc. I'm not going to go any further than that. September 21st, today, 2024. Okay? Now, I just want to add one thing here. I don't know how this could be swept under the rug and the Republicans or somebody in that party could not know the background here with it's like sweeping a hurricane underneath the rug. You know, I think they just went along and followed former President Trump on this. And if that's a state, and that ain't good for our democracy, for people to be put in these positions based upon the will of one person, because in the system has worked that the people really don't nominate the people. They vote for them, but we don't nominate them. So we have to rely on trustworthy and smart and educated, dedicated people who are dedicated to our democracy to nominate the right people. So what happened here is that the Republicans seem to have just fallen in line under the banner of former President Donald Trump, and went along with that on the ride like the Pied Piper, and that's enough I'm going to say about that. Okay, I always like to present you the facts with some humor, and then I say you decide, and that's always been my approach, and I'm going to continue with that as hard as it is right now. I'm going to continue with that approach. Okay, so here is in the cartoon. Here is the cartoon right here. And this is a cartoon, and I'll give you the scenario. This is back in March, where President Trump is at a rally in North Carolina with Mark Robinson here, then the lieutenant governor. Okay. And he was then pushing him. Former President Trump was pushing him to become governor, and that was the intent here. And this was a rally for Trump as well as this man here, and you can see thumbs up. And here was Trump, word for word. I had to go through this, and just follow President Trump's speech over and over again to get him word for word and follow his trend of thought. It wasn't easy, but here it is. This is number one. This is former President Trump talking here at the rally with Robinson right next to him, giving him thumbs up. Okay, and he's going like this. Here he is. I heard Mark coming in on the plane. I was listening, and I said to the people on the plane, watch this. This is Martin Luther King on steroids. I told that to Mark. I said, I think you are better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times two. And he looked at me, and I wasn't sure if he was angry or liked that comment. But you should like it because you are outstanding, and you're going to be the next governor of North Carolina. Next governor. Okay? So that was that. There he was saying that to him. Okay? And number two is, we zoom in here on Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson of North Carolina, and he's giving him thumbs up. Thumbs up for that remark. There it is. And number three, here we have Martin Luther King, the ghost of Martin Luther King. Again, I said to myself, you know, Martin Luther King, somebody should speak up for Martin Luther King, because here the guy is gone, but I say he might have wanted to say something. So I try to say something that he might have said, to put it in a way that it would be a reflection of his thoughts, and at the same time a little humorous, you know? So keep that in mind. So here he goes, the ghost of Martin Luther King. On top of Trump, because amid Trump saying this, he's on top there, he's zooming on down, here he comes, he's zooming on down in there, and there he is. And here's what he said. Okay. He said, Robinson, if you should win, I'm haunting your crib in North Carolina, in the North Carolina Executive Mansion. That's the governor's mansion for North Carolina's governor. Trump. And then Trump. This Mark Robinson stuff is you on steroids. So he's shifting it back to him, saying, this is you on steroids. It ain't me. This is you on steroids. So he's trying to say that Trump is this is Trump on steroids, because this is a wild thing. So there's a cartoon. I'll just go through it to you one more time. That was number one. There was former President Trump back in March. Again, supporting here. Mark Robinson. And there is the ghost of Martin Luther King, zooming on down. See? He's pointing his finger at Trump, saying, this is you on steroids. This isn't about me. This is about you on steroids, what you're saying. It's about you, not me. There. That's what he's basically saying. That's the thrust of the cartoon. Folks, I want to thank you very much for watching my video. God bless you. God bless America. And I pray that somehow that peace will arise in the Mideast and what's going on there with in Ukraine. And it just seems like the world is just busting out all over the place. You know, in the South China Sea. That hasn't gotten much new. I'm sure there's stuff going on there that we're not hearing about because of everything else. So it's just it's going to require, the next president is going to have a full platter on their hands, and they're going to need good people there running the place, you know, and making decisions. So. You got to have somebody who's going to pick the right people. So evidently, here we see what the former president pick was for the governor of North Carolina. You know, maybe if President Trump wins and the governor, and it doesn't. It does right now. President Trump and Kamala Harris are pretty well locked in. Nobody can call which way these swing states are going to go, which will inevitably determine the election. Could be amount of thousands of votes in each state that will make the determination. So close, razor close. So what I'm saying to you, if Trump could become the next president, the former president could become the next president of the United States, and it looks like Mark Robinson is sinking in the polls from all this stuff that's coming out from the CNN report. So if he doesn't make it to the governorship and the former president becomes president, then you could see Mark Robinson he could get a cabinet position or something. Trump seems so enthralled with him. He could be put in somewhere in Secretary of Homeland Security or something like that, And then you'd be having freak out parties at the Pentagon. I don't know what to say, but it's a possibility. After all, that's what it looks like. It's very close. It's a neck-and-neck race between Kamala Harris and Trump, and this guy now, Robinson, is sinking in North Carolina. So Trump's going to have to find a place for him somewhere if he wins, and you know where that could be. So I'll leave you with that thought, folks, and God bless you. God bless America, and I'll see you next time. Take care, folks. Bye.